The next day it became clear to the people still standing across the sea that there had been but one boat, and that Jesus had not gotten in with his disciples, but that his followers had gone away all by themselves. Boats from Tiberias, however, did land near the spot where they had eaten the bread after the Lord had given thanks. When, therefore, it dawned on the people that neither Jesus nor his disciples were there, they boarded the boats and crossed over to the town of Capernaum in search of him. And when they found him on that side of the sea, they asked him, "Rabbi, when did you come to this shore?" "I am telling you the truth," Jesus replied. "You seek me not on account of the signs that you saw, but because you had eaten your fill of the loaves. Do not labor for the food that perishes, but for the food that leads to endless life, which the Son of Man will give you, because God the Father has placed his seal on him." They asked him, "What should we do to bring to pass the works of God?" Jesus answered, "God's work is that you should place your faith in the one he sent." "What sign will you show us then, that we might see it and thereby place our faith in you?" they asked. "What kind of work will you perform? Our ancestors ate the heavenly food out in the wilderness, even as it is written, 'He provided them with bread to eat from on high.'" "I am telling you the truth," Jesus explained. "It was not Moses who gave you to eat of the heavenly bread. It is rather my Father who gives you the true bread of heaven. The bread of God is that which comes down from heaven and causes the world to come alive." "Teacher," they implored him, "give us to eat of this bread." "I am myself that bread of life," Jesus informed them. "Whoever comes to me will never hunger, and whoever trusts in me will never thirst. Even so, all of you have seen me, and yet have not believed in me, even as I have spoken it to you. All that the Father gives to me are drawn to me, and anyone who approaches me I will by no means cast out, for I did not come down from heaven to do my own will, but the will of the one who sent me. And this is the will of the Father who sent me, that I should not lose anything that he has given to me, but that I might restore it on the final day. This, you see, is my Father's will, that everyone who looks upon the Son and accepts him should have endless life, and I will lift them up on the final day." Then the Jews started complaining about him because he said, "I am that bread that came down from heaven." "Is this not Jesus," they marveled, "the son of Joseph, about whom we are certain of father and mother? How is it that he can now say, 'I have come down from heaven'?" "Quit grumbling to yourselves," Jesus replied. "No one can approach me unless they are led by the Father who sent me, and I will lift him up on the final day. It is written in the prophets, 'They will all be led of God.' Everyone who hears the Father and learns from him comes to me. No man has ever seen the Father except for the one who came down from God. This one has truly seen the Father. I am telling you the truth. Whoever trusts has endless life, and I am that bread of life. Your forefathers ate the manna in the wilderness, and they all died. This, however, is the bread that comes down from heaven, of the which a man might eat and never die. I am that living bread that comes from heaven. So anyone who eats of this bread will live forever. And my flesh is the bread that I give to bring the world to life." Then the Jews started arguing among themselves and asking one another, "How can this man give us of his flesh to eat?" Then Jesus revealed to them, "I am telling you the truth. Unless you eat the flesh of the Son of Man and drink his blood, you do not have any life within. Whoever eats my flesh and drinks my blood has endless life, and I will raise him up on the final day. My flesh is food in truth, you see, and my blood is drink indeed. Whoever eats my flesh and drinks my blood lives within me, and I live within him, even as the Father is within me, and I am within him. I promise you, if you do not take the body of the Son of Man as the bread of life, then you do not have life in him. Even as the living Father has sent me, so also do I live through him. Therefore, whoever will partake of me will live through me. This is the bread which came down from heaven, not like that which the fathers ate before and died. Whosoever eats this bread will live forever." He said these things as he was teaching in the Capernaum synagogue. When they heard this, many of his disciples complained, "This is difficult doctrine. Who can accept it?" Jesus, however, knowing inwardly that his followers were murmuring about it, he questioned them, "Does this offend you? What if you were to see the Son of Man rising up to his former stature? The Spirit is what brings you life, but the flesh profits you nothing. The words that I speak to you are spirit and life. Even so, some of you refuse to believe. For even from the very start, Jesus knew all who would doubt, as well as who would betray him. This, he continued, was why I said to you that no one can approach me unless my Father has empowered him. After this, many of his disciples went away and traveled with him no more. Do you wish to abandon me too? Jesus questioned the 12. Master, Simon Peter answered, to whom are we supposed to go? Your words lead to endless life. We are confident and do believe that you are the Holy One, the Son of God. Did I not choose the 12 of you? Jesus replied. Even so, one of you is a devil. He was referring to Judas Iscariot, the son of Simon, who, though he was among the 12, was to betray him.